Welcome to the Playback Podcast, presented by Car, your weekly podcast featuring America's favorite dancers, hosted by America's favorite road warriors. We are your hosts, Jocelyn, Kristyn, and Olivia. We've got Nate joining us for another finals episode.
2 in a row.
Woo!
Man.
Welcome to the Anaheim episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
Fired up.
Anaheim, California. Technically, it is two separate competitions. There's a Pacific, there's a California, but there's so much to get through. We're going to just hop right in. So let's do it.
Let's crush it. Who wants to
Start
go
us
first?
off, Joss.
Oh, okay. Wow. I'm going to start off with Heart Academy of Dance. I had not seen them in person so far this season, and I had heard amazing things about their musical theater, and they did not disappoint. First, I want to talk about their production winner, which was Moulin Rouge. You guys, automatically, we love a Moulin Rouge. Like, you know, especially if it's a production, like, yes, give me more stage time. I'll happily accept that. What I love about them is I feel like their choreography is giving Broadway in like how they incorporate on and off the stage, if that makes sense. I feel like their choreography is so smart, and I feel like even though I didn't choreograph it myself, once I see the choreography, I think, oh yeah, that's exactly what I would have done. You know, when you watch dances, you're like, oh, that's what I would have done. It just makes sense.
Smart decisions.
Totally. I always think that about good dances.
But you know what I mean? It's like, it almost is obvious after the fact, but you're like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of that. But now that I see it, I can't see that movement to that song in any other way, if that makes sense.
Totally.
But also, I want to shout out their younger group of dancers. They won first overall intermediate line 9 to 11 for Wonka. Again, like their casting for their musical theater is so good. I have to give a shout out to Savvy Shay. She was that Charlie character in that Wonka routine. I always love seeing her on the stage. Like some kids just kind of come to life when they get on that stage, and she actually did get that Future Star Award.
Cute.
So again, like that award that we give at our national finals, it's literally one dancer throughout the entire competition, you guys. It's a very big deal. Savvy got that, so congratulations to Savvy and the entire team at Heart Academy of Dance. You guys were so awesome, and I always love seeing you at our shows. So thanks for joining us for our finals.
It was cute to see her win that award because she was like helping wrangle some of like the really babies at her studio, and then it was like, oh, she had to go up on stage to win the award. So it was cute. She was like, oh, so exciting.
That's cute.
Love her. She's so
Helpful queen.
Okay, I saw this dance. I saw a clip of it, and I was shocked. I was wowed. Like, how can you do that? It was Act 857 Barbie Girl from Dance Explosions Australia. Down under. I love it. Okay, anyways. Dancer named Sophia Chidji. Don't know how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry. I totally butchered it. In the clip, literally the 45-second clip that plays online, she does a backflip into a center split. And she's a nugget. Like, I want to say she's 6 to 8, and she said, backflip, center split. And it was the Barbie song, but it was kind of like a deep, like, dark EDM version of, like, I'm a Barbie girl. And I was like, you are a Barbie girl. How do you do that? Like, how did you do the backflip and straight into the split with those little legs? I don't know. I just feel like
That's like the new skill. I feel like I said that yesterday, like another 6 to 8, like a full back tuck to a middle split. Like that's not easy at all.
Yeah.
No.
It's the new
How do you
aerial.
teach that? It is. It must be. That's it. Those Australians, though,
I know Nate can do it, so maybe he'll show us later.
Yeah, when I was 6 to 8.
Of course.
It goes away.
It does go away. Once you hit that 9 to 11, it's like, you
Yeah.
move into the aerial instead.
Right. Yeah.
Those Australians are so strong. I feel like that's when, like, they get out on stage and they're strong. Like, you can tell they're doing conditioning and strength training that we don't do here in America. I don't know what's going on over there.
Like, if I could live.
No chemicals and preservatives. And
Yeah,
all
that's true.
Terrible stuff.
Their peanut butter is cool.
We talked about this.
We did.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I could, like, live in another life, I'd want to grow up dancing in Australia.
Yeah.
I feel it.
That
Get
was
the
that
Beat
now.
was also there. So
Mhm.
we had Get the Beat. I did want to touch on, they took home first, second, and third overall in that elite solo 9 to 11, you guys. So it was their dancers Chloe, Lila, and Raina. All three of those dancers took first, second, and third in that 9 to 11 age division for that elite level. So way
Come on,
to
America.
way to show up. They said Australia is here.
Yeah.
And I love it because they always bring their flags out and they're always like so hype and they're just like, oh,
And they're
so
all friendly.
cool.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's like,
And they
They
want to be
have
friends with everyone.
accents, which
Yeah.
makes them
We
even
love
cooler.
an accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just cooler.
We also
Australia.
had, you were going to talk on Will's studio.
Act 7:30 home from Will Sabin Dance Academy. This center girl in the middle of the routine, she does like casual like Elsa Cone pirouette combination, and then she just whips out like 6 pirouettes so graciously and like sticks it. And everyone's going nuts, obviously. I would have gone nuts if I was there and saw that, but like it was so clean. And they're in, I want to say they were in the 9 to 11 age division for that group, and that's where I wrote that in another life I would love to grow up dancing in Australia, because every dancer brought something different to that routine. The passion, the technique, the innovative choreography. Like it was just.
Was that the one with the 2 boys? Because I did see.
Yes.
Okay, so they performed that at Showcase.
Okay. Casual.
So stunning. And then they ended up getting the Studio Spirit Award like right after that. They like surprised them.
International Studio Spirit Award.
Wow.
Yes.
$5,000 scholarship
Whoa.
to come
Yes.
to America.
It was so cool.
So we'll see him next year.
And they were so excited. Like,
Yeah, it was good. It was a surprise.
Wait, that's really cool.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I can't wait
That's
to
the
see him
boy that
again.
you were talking about was flying around, right?
Yeah, there was. I don't know. They're built different out there.
I
They
know.
really do. They're like flying. They
There
Yeah.
was
can
someone
do-
flying.
Yeah, fully.
It's giving Olympics.
It is. It's crazy. It's. I don't know how. What they're doing. It's the preservatives here that's holding us back.
We can't fly here.
We can't.
All right, we have to talk about OCPAA. Again, like so many of these studios were coming in and taking those first and second spots, and they did that for that primary small group 5 and under. Their sushi routine that got first overall. I know you saw this.
It's yeah. I know no words. They have it down to a science. They really do. I think with that age group, it's just like I feel like anything 8 and under with them, it's like, oh yeah, we got this in the bag. It's good for them. I don't know what they're doing.
I know. They really have it calculated down to a science. It's so true.
good.
Yeah, and then they did Mr. Big Stuff, which again,
I love that song.
different vibe than sushi, but still just like the cutesy, but still clean. They're clean.
Yeah.
Their legs are pointed, or their legs are straight, their toes are pointed. Like, I don't know. They're so good. We talk about this every year, and I think I forget, and then I see them live on stage again.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, their babies really are that talented.
Yeah, I watched one of their 6 to 8 solos is when we were young. Her name's Maya McCarty. And I think what like sets the babies apart for them is like their attentiveness. They're so focused when they're dancing, which is like really, it's hard to get. Have you ever tried to get like an 8 and under focused on dancing? It's very, very difficult. So like to instill that in them, I don't know how like the way they are speaking to them to like make them understand it, but it's so different. I think they do such a good job with them. She was really great. It was really pretty, really beautiful solo.
Did you talk about Eden?
No.
Oh, Eden was so good. Orange County. Eden Roberts, 6 to 8 elite solo.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So good.
Oh yeah, she's serving. She got first overall for her solo work.
Thank you.
Well, I just wanted to get the act number right so we could pull the video. She's good. She's cute. She's slaying.
Confirmed by
Work.
Jocelyn. She's serving.
Serve.
She's working that
What a
stage.
serve. You know who else was serving? Kelsey Franklin from K2 Studios.
We got to talk about K2.
There's a reason why she's a protege. There's a reason why she's successful within her studio too. Like, she's so strong. She's so committed. Like, the strength. She like walks out on stage and she's got those long legs, and then she's hitting these turns and acrobatic tricks, and then she hits a leg and you're just like, how can I be you? She's so buff and so flexible and so humble and kind, and wow, she's cool.
Shelby at K2 has these kids like super in shape.
Yeah.
Like they are absolute athletes because Shelby is an absolute beast
Mhm.
Yeah.
herself.
No, you can see it. Even in their turns, they're like 6 packs. They're just
Every single one
popping
of them.
out. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like Kinsley and Adaya, they're
Yeah.
doing their solos and they have those little crop tops and like low rise like skirts and stuff on, and it's like
ripped.
you see like a 16 pack.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good. They took those like kids that we're talking about, that 9 to 11 age, they took first, second, and third for that elite 9 to 11 large
Casual.
group
Wow.
with Sway, which we talked about that one so far this season. I know you had a cool video of that earlier in the year. And then they did Take Me to Church, and then the Red Run Cold, which I did like that one from Ultra as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're so good.
That group is just so
Yeah.
awesome. I hope they like are able to stay together until that like teen and senior.
I
I think that'll
know.
be so cool to see the growth because if they're already winning first, second, third, 9 to 11
They're so
elite,
good.
it's like it's gonna be so exciting to see where they go. That stay piece is so beautiful
Yeah.
with the door.
Yeah.
It's that one's different for that age group too. It's like it's hard to get like using a prop that's moving on stage with you and do
Right.
it so effortlessly and like really captivate your audience all while doing all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really dialed in on that one. That was
And
so
they're
beautiful.
So clean. I just really like
An end.
false confidence. An end is good.
An end is cool.
An end grew on me throughout the year
Yeah.
because it kind of makes me laugh at the end when they're like,
Yeah.
this
The
is-
second we are out of sight, that will be the end. Wait for it.
I love the one blue.
That's the one that beat false confidence.
Yeah.
Everything
cool.
about that one, it's like they really got like a cool concept. It's like they have blue socks and then the mask and like and one of them doesn't have a mask on and then they put it on her. I think it was so cool. Just watching all the K2 stuff, I feel like their performance quality and their face is so good. Like everything that they're doing is like that's what keeps you really captivated aside from the wonderful dancing. And so like to put a mask on their face and still hold that stage presence is so good. So
Cool.
good.
There's a couple soloists that I just wanted to chat about. That elite solo 12 to 14 age category was crazy competitive. But that first and second overall winner I want to talk about, that first overall was Ellie Ludwig. Do you guys know her from
Yes.
JDI Dance Co?
I saw her at my
Um,
first show this season, Rainbow Escondido,
She did.
with her cool prop where she was doing all the crazy stuff. Yep.
Yes. So
She's
she
cool.
did No Time to Die. I just feel like she's one of those dancers where like you remember her from your show.
Mhm.
And then when people see her name, they're like, oh, that is that girl who's insanely talented. I don't know how she does what she does. Truthfully, like there are so many dancers who are so talented that would never be able to execute something like that. So just kudos to her for being that strong.
So strong.
Absolutely amazing. Like she's just one of the show-stopping performances from this season, and that's across like our car staff. Like they talk about her.
Like she did something where she like went like in and out of her prop almost, and I was like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Like really
She's so
truthfully.
good. And she's just so like, again, she's so unique. But then that second overall winner was Vanessa Soto from Dance Deluxe with her performance to Amen. I mean,
She's cool.
she's stunning. Her turns, her legs, like everything that she does, there's so much control in what she does. But yeah, just seeing those names next to each other, first and second, I was like, whoa, that's how you know Anaheim was intense.
Yeah.
Like that was a hard age division, and I feel like even that 9 to 11 has been really hard this season. But
Yeah.
like I think we forget about that 12 to 14
Yeah.
sometimes because you're not a junior anymore, but you're not quite a senior. And that's when you're really like honing in on your craft and getting those skills and tricks down. So it's a fight, but they both were awesome.
I walked into the Pacific Ballroom at like the right time. A performance from Lana's dance studio was going on stage. I haven't seen them all season, and I knew it was them. They had the French twist, and I was like, oh my god, it's Lana's. They're so distinguishable with that French twist. I love it so much. It was a large group, I believe elite 15 to 19, and they had on these beautiful dresses, and the way that they used them was so mesmerizing. I was just standing there like the whole time like, oh yeah, I like them. I like this very much. It was very visually pleasing, and I was standing like side. I wasn't even center. So the fact that it was very visually pleasing side is wonderful. And then I watched it obviously this morning when I was downloading my videos for this episode. I was like, okay, let me watch it from the front. And I was like, oh, it's just as good from the front too. I always love seeing Lana's. I was sad I didn't get to see them this season, but this performance, I loved how they used their costumes.
It always makes me wonder, like, do you think they practice with the skirts or dresses on?
Yeah, do they have like a practice
They
dress?
probably do like a dress rehearsal, I'd have to imagine.
But it's like if that's like
They would have to.
skirtography, they
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
have to, right?
Like they might already have them like at the studio, like
Yeah,
just
or
like
practice
practice
skirt.
ones.
Yeah.
We also had Michelle's Dance Explosion.
I talked about them earlier this season, and I feel like I went ham. They're so good.
They're so good. they're a big studio too.
They are big.
They come and they represent.
They have a lot of minis and they have a lot of older kids and they have a lot in the middle. Like, they're a big studio.
Yeah. Their hip hop, I feel like I was digging their hip hop this year. I feel like I always like imagine them as like those big large groups like lyricals. I feel like they're always so good at those, and I was expecting that from them obviously, but then they came out with like banger after banger after banger with their hip hops, and I was like, oh, I forgot that like NorCal can do hip hop, which I don't know if you guys know that, but for some
like
reason
the Bay Area,
the Bay Area can do hip hop. And I feel like Michelle's was definitely representing her, and Lana's up from NorCal. Yeah, I always love watching their performances. While we were also doing our Anaheim finals, there was VidCon going on in Anaheim, California. I'm sure you guys know that this is a really cool event where all these content creators get together, and it's just a really cool event. We got the honor for Dancers Against Cancer to go and present a check to one of our newest Hope Stories. Her name is Sammy Kettleson. She's battling osteosarcoma and got her leg amputated earlier this year. She is the biggest fighter. She is so cool, and it was just a really awesome time to be able to invite her out to VidCon. But this most special part about it, you guys, was we got Charli D'Amelio to present that check to her. So just wanted to give a special shout out to Charli and thank her and her team for setting that up. It was really, really cool. Name a 14-year-old girl who wouldn't love to meet Charli D'Amelio. Right. So it was just a really cool time. We thank her for being so generous with her time. And yeah, just thank you guys for always following us and following all of these incredible opportunities that we get with Dancers Against Cancer. We're always looking for cool events to partner and collab with when it comes to inviting out our kids, getting them those donations, and most importantly, just showering them with that love and support from our dance community. So thank you to VidCon. Thank you to the team of Charli D'Amelio. And most importantly, welcome to the DAC family, Miss Sammy. We love you so much, and we're so excited to continue supporting your journey. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for attending our Anaheim National Finals. Thank you, Nate, for joining us for another episode. How lucky are we?
I'm lucky.
Aw, flip that.
All right, well, we will see you guys on the road. We've got one more finals recap for our Rainbow Overland Park. So make sure you guys are watching those and catch up with all of our Anaheim, Vegas, Pigeon Forge, and our Florida,
Panama, and Daytona.
There's a lot of episodes for you guys to get through.
Make some popcorn, grab some lemonade, and watch it.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back with the next one. Bye.